for that flank steak. Because first, we're going to talk about Barbara's cereals and snacks. They contain half as much sugar as other brands, and they come in cute packaging. Today's audience will all take home a selection of Barbara's organic Snackimals and Puffin cereal. So cute! My kids will so be into that. Now let's talk steak, shall we?
Well, you know, I think it's going to be spring soon.
It's coming.
So I'm doing a flank steak on the grill in your kitchen.
Yeah.
But you can do this right on the barbecue as well. So, if you're really a true Canadian, you barbecue all year round. Right?
I know.
You know?
My husband does get out there a couple of times during the winter.
Like if you had where you've got you've got your comfy pants on, you got a t-shirt, you got the winter coat, and you're out there kind of on the barbecue. You're like, is it ready yet? But that's Canadian. But flank steak, it's a great cut. It's very inexpensive. It needs to have a little bit of flavor added to it. You got to really kind of it can get a little tough on you.
Okay.
You know? It's great to braise it down, marinate it, anything like that. But today I went with almost what you call a dry rub.
All right.
So what I've got pink peppercorns.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Now,
Smell those.
Are they going to taste any different? Oh, they smell like...
Yeah, they're really bright. Almost like a floral taste to it, you know?
Okay.
But then I want that steakiness, so I'm going to throw a bit of black pepper in there too.
Yep.
But you can see it's like a cracked black pepper.
Yeah,
nice and crunchy, right? So then, of course, nice crunchy sea salt.
So you get good texture on your steak.
And it's really important to really get the spices into your steaks because this one's not as thick, but it's still, you're only seasoning the outside, right?
Right.
So I've got lots of herbs. I got rosemary, thyme. I think I put tarragon in there. All the nice herbs that you like.
Yeah.
A little bit of chopped garlic in there as well.
So do you use it from a jar like Shona?
What do you think? Huh? Really? I mean,
I'm not judging Shona.
Clove of
I got
garlic.
No problem with that.
Done. It takes me long to open the jar. A little bit of grapeseed oil. I did tell her though. I said the other day I was making pizza at home.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't be bothered to make tomato sauce, so I actually bought tomato sauce.
Yay!
So we all do it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, come on, But I put a little bit of grapeseed oil in there just to moisten it, and it helps to stick.
Okay.
And then what you do, you can put the steak in the bowl if you want, or you can just really rub it in, really pack it into the steak, okay? And when I say, look at that, really get the flavor in there,
And you do both sides, Jason, right?
Both sides, nicely flavored up, and you can leave it sit for a good hour in the fridge. It doesn't have to, but I mean, the longer, a little bit more, vibrant flavors you get.
Yeah.
And then when you're ready, because it's fast cooking though, just on a straight grill, right? And you just there's that nice quiet sizzle that we get from the stove top.
I heard it. I really did.
You hear
I promise you.
Okay, cool,
It was a little.
But yeah, and the thing is, you want to get your grill pan nice and hot. Mine's pretty hot, but I've already been using it, so it's lost its sizzle.
Okay.
But what you want to do is just kind of let it cook on one side and then turn it over. Don't don't
flip flop, back and forth.
Because that's where you lose the temperatures, and that's where you lose that perfect temperature in the center.
Okay.
You just want it to be enough. Okay.
All right.
Butter in the pan.
Yeah.
And what I've got, I'm so excited about this.
What'd you bring?
Well, Shona brought the asparagus too, but asparagus, the mushrooms.
Yeah.
I'm all about Canadian ingredients, but I'm truly Canadian. Like BC is happening now. All those mushrooms are going to start happening. You'll see some wild leeks, some fiddleheads. So to me, this dish, it's potatoes, mushrooms, and asparagus, and then whatever else is coming out of the ground.
Nice.
You get the fiddleheads in there, get all the other stuff. But start off with just a little bit of shallots.
Really? That's a shocker.
I know.
If you know Jason, it's all about the shallots.
Yeah.
Can't do a recipe without the shallots.
I am so opening up that shallot farm.
You really need
I'm going
to
to retire
do
on
that.
shallots, I know that. But you just want to get that kind of going a little bit. And we're not talking hot heat here. We just want to open up the flavors a little bit, right? And then the potatoes are already cooked.
Yeah.
Now with potatoes, you can do them in just water if you like. A little bit of chicken stock. I like to put a little apple cider in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it just gives a little sweetness to them.
Okay.
But again, just going to warm this through.
Yeah.
And then the mushrooms are going to go in, right? And you just, again, just soften it up. But the idea is leave the asparagus right to the end. And this is not cooked.
Yeah.
If you get the thicker stuff you got to peel,
Yeah.
then I would blanch it first.
Okay.
Okay? Or you can grill it on the barbecue.
But because they're so tiny and thin, you don't really have
They're going to go in right
cook
last
them.
minute.
Okay.
So you just get this going, stir it up a little bit, lose my spoons here. And you can start to hear.
Now I can hear it. That's what you were supposed to do.
Starting to get a little sizzle going.
Yeah,
right?
I can hear it now.
Okay, so with this, and then what I want to do is add just a little bit of wine to it.
Save some for me, please. Just a little bit.
There we go. And you can see it's kind of steeping it all together. I think people overcook things, especially mushrooms. They start to get all wilted and die down. Just let the flavors come. Just kind of bring that up a little bit longer, but then you would add your asparagus in.
Isn't that lovely? So, I mean, you can do this instead of having some kind of a side salad, right? You're putting it on a bed of vegetables.
Well, this is
potato.
it. You know, and I like, you know, if you're at the, you know, in the back deck, you can actually, like I've done here, lay it right down a nice wooden board, take the steak, carve it right across the top,
Beautiful.
and people can just pick away at it.
Very nice.
Yeah, we didn't get quite a sear on there.
Yeah, that's okay.
But there you go.
Well, we've got the final one right here, and it's cityline.ca for the recipe. It looks amazing.